Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Jai Shri Krishna Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesh Gopikanta Radhakanta Namostute Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chev Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire. बोलो श्री राधे गोलोकानंद भगवान की जय। बोलो श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा जय कृष्णा प्रेम
हरे कृष्णा
वरुण हरे कृष्णा निशा
हरे कृष्णा हैप्पी दिवाली
या हैप्पी दिवाली टू एवरीवन एंड
हैप्पी दिवाली हैप्पी न्यू ईयर।
आज एक्चुअली गोवर्धन पूजा है आज, राइट? या टुडे इज द डे ऑफ गोवर्धन पूजा आल्सो।
कल हो गई ना यहाँ तो, आज भाई दूज है।
नहीं कल है भाई दूज।
दिवाली संडे हुई ना,
पर वो अमावस थी ना कुछ तो।
अच्छा ठीक है जो भी।
आज अभी इन दिनों में सब मल्टीपल डेज आ रहे हैं,
दो दिन
दोनों दिन।
ठीक,
तो विल हियर गोवर्धन आरती आज बाद में एंड में। खूब, तो शुरू करते हैं। कल हम लोग 30th श्लोक पढ़ रहे थे 10वें अध्याय का, और जैसा कि हम लोग पढ़ रहे हैं इसमें वृत्रासुर और इंद्रदेव, राइट? सो देवता की सेना है और असुरों की सेना है लेड बाय वृत्रासुर। उनके बीच में युद्ध चल रहा है, बैटल फील्ड। एंड एज वी सो in last few shloks, all the demons started fleeing, right? They started fleeing the battlefield. And when that started happening, Vṛtrāsura started speaking, right? So what we are reading right now is what Vṛtrāsura is telling to all his fighters. And yesterday we read that he was saying that seeing his army broken and all the asuras, even those known as great heroes, fleeing the battlefield out of intense fear, Vṛtrāsura, who was only a great-minded hero, smiled and spoke the following words. So that's what we are reading now. What is Vṛtrāsura speaking? Prem?
Kalopapanam ruchidnam manasvina jagadvacham purush praviram he viprachite namuche pulomana manyan varashambar me shunum dvam. According to his position and the time and circumstances, Vṛtrāsura, the hero among the heroes, spoke words that were much to be appreciated by thoughtful men. He called to the heroes of the demons, O Ripachiti, O Namuchi, O Puloma, O Maya, Anarva, and Sambara, please hear me and do not flee. Hare Krishna.
Right? So Vṛtrāsura is telling all his fighters, don't flee, listen to me. He's saying, yeah. Ajay?
जातस्य मृत्युध्रुव एव सर्वतः प्रतिक्रिया यस्य न चेह प्रलप्ता लोको यश श्रास ततो यादि हमम को नाम मृत्युम न वृणीत युक्तम. Vṛtrāsura said, all living entities who have taken birth in this material world must die. Surely no one in this world has found any means to be saved from death. Even Providence has not provided a means to escape it. Under the circumstances, death being inevitable, if one can gain promotion to the higher planetary system and be always celebrated here by dying a suitable death, what man will not accept such a glorious death? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yeah. So very interestingly, Vṛtrāsura is telling all his fighters, why are you running away, right? Because he's saying, like, Jatasya Mrityu Dhruva Ev Sarvatah, right? Jatasya, like the person who has been born in this material world is going to die, right? That's a fact of the life. The physical body is going to die. Who have taken birth in this material world must die. So then he's saying, if that is the case, and if one gets promotion to the higher planetary system, because once this material body goes, there's another birth, right? And depending on what happens, people take birth in different planets and different for different regions. So what he's telling to his fighters that if there is a promotion to the higher planetary systems, then why not accept such glorious death? He's saying that because he's fighting with all the devatas, and with the devatas, there's a chance, and also they are fighters. So if that happens, they can go to the higher planets, is what he's telling to his fighters. Tarun?
द्वौ सम्मत इह मर्त्य दुरार्पाओ यत् ब्रह्म संदरान्तरनया जितासुः कलेवरं योग रतो विजय यद 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 अग्रानिर विरासाये निवृत्तः. There are two ways to meet a glorious death, and both are very rare. One is to die after performing mystic yoga, especially bhakti yoga, by which one can control the mind and living force and die absorbed in thought of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The second is to die on the battlefield, leading the army and never showing one's back. These two kinds of death are recommended in the Shastra as glorious.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So who is speaking this?
Vṛtrāsura.
Yeah, right? Vṛtrāsura is telling his fighters that there are two ways to meet a glorious death. He says, Dvo is two, Sammatavaya Mrityu Durapo. Like the two ways, good ways, where Durapo is Durlabhya, right? It's not easy to get those. And one is saying that one is Brahma Sandharanaya and Jit Asu. Jit Asu is इंद्रियों को जीत के क्या इंद्रियों को जीत कर कंट्रोलिंग द माइंड, राइट? एंड कलेवरम योग रतो विजयाद, यानी कि he is absorbed in thought of the Supreme Personality of Godhead by doing bhakti yoga. And how do we do bhakti yoga?
By chanting, archana.
Yeah, right? So 9 ways you can do bhakti yoga, and bhakti yoga means surrendering to Lord Shri Krishna, and surrendering to Lord Shri Krishna means is the bhakti yoga, which we can do by 9 ways, right? Shavanam, Kirtanam, Archanam, reading Srimad Bhagavatam, chanting and all that. So that's one way. So at the time of death, you are completely absorbed in the thought of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, and then goes back to Godhead. The second way, which is described in our Shastras, he's saying is that dying on the battlefield, leading the army and not showing the back. And he's telling them to his fighters because they are running away from the battlefield. And those two ways are recommended in the Shastra as glorious death. Yeah. Oh, and this ends the Bhakti Vedanta purpose of the 6th canto, 10th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Battle Between the Demigods and Vṛtrāsura. Bolo Srimad Bhagavatam ki. So we'll continue reading chapter 11. 11वां अध्याय है about the transcendental qualities of Vṛtrāsura. Yeah, that's what we'll read. So we'll continue reading. Read this, Nisha.
श्री शुक उवाच त एवं शंसतो धर्मं वचः पत्युर्चेतसः नैवागृहन्त सम्भ्रान्ताः पलायन परानृप. Sri Sukadev Goswami said, O King Vṛtrāsura, the commander-in-chief of the demons advised his lieutenants in the principles of religion, but the cowardly demonic commanders, intent upon fleeing the battlefield, were so disturbed by fear that they could not accept his words. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah? So all the demons, they won't listen to Vṛtrāsura. They just wanted to run away. Yeah? Hare Krishna, Rinaji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Vishiryamanam Pritnama Surimasur Arshabha Kalanukula Stridashe Kalimana Manath Thavat Drishtvatapyat Sankrudh Indra Shatru Marchitah Tana Nivaryor Jasa Rajan Nirbhatsye Damuvacha. O King Parikshit, the demigods, taking advantage of a favorable opportunity presented by time, attacked the army of the demons from the rear and began driving away the demoniac soldiers, scattering them here and there as if their army had no leader. Seeing the pitiable condition of his soldiers, Vṛtrāsura, the best of the asuras, who was called Indrastru, the enemy of Indra, was very much aggrieved. Unable to tolerate such reverses, he stopped and forcefully rebuked the demigods, speaking the following words in an angry mood. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. And as we know, Vṛtrāsura is also called as Indra Shatru. Yeah, that was the reason why Vṛtrāsura was born, right? First, his father, when he was doing the yajna. Yeah. Kim Vauchurite Maturdhavidhi Prishto Hate Nahi Bhitavada Shaldho Na Sarvagyah Shurmaninam. O demigods, these demonic soldiers have taken birth uselessly. Indeed, they have come from the bodies of their mothers exactly like a stool. What is the benefit of killing such enemies from behind while they are running in fear? One who considers himself a hero should not kill an enemy who is afraid of losing his life. Such killing is never glorious, nor can it promote one to the heavenly planets. So Vṛtrāsura is telling this to Devatas. Right? He's saying, like, what is the use of a son who is neither glorious nor devoted to the Lord? Such a son is like a blind eye, which simply gives pain but cannot help one see. That's how he's describing all the demons who are fleeing. Yeah? Prem?
यदि वह प्रदने श्रद्धा सारम वा शुल्का हृदि अग्रे तिष्ठ मात्रम में न चेद ग्रामय सुखे स्पृहा. O insignificant demigods, if you truly have faith in your heroism, if you have patience in the course of your hearts, and if you are not ambitious for self-gratification, please stand before me for a moment. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. Agre tishta matram is asking Devatas to stand
in front of me
for a moment. Yeah. And yeah, just read this word Tarun.
Rebuking the demigods, Vṛtrāsura challenged, O demigods, if you are actually heroes, stand before me now and try to show your prowess. If you do not wish to fight, if you are afraid of losing your lives, I shall not kill you, for unlike you, I am not so evil-minded as to kill persons who are neither heroic nor willing to fight. If you have faith in your heroism, please stand before me. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. Ajay?
एवं सुरगणान क्रुद्धो भीषयन वपुषा रिपुन व्यनदत् सुमहमा प्राणो yen loka vichetasaha. Sukdev Goswami said, Vṛtrāsura, the angry and the most powerful hero, terrified the demigods with his stout and strongly built body, but when he roared with a resounding voice, nearly all living entities fainted. Hare Krishna.
Nisha?
तेन देवगणाः सर्वे वृत्रविस्फोटनेन वै निपेतुर्मूर्छिता भूमौ यथैवाशनिना हताः. When all the demigods heard Vṛtrāsura's tremulous roar, which resembled that of a lion, they fainted and fell to the ground as if struck by thunderbolts. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Rinaji?
ममर्ज पदभ्याम सुरसैन्य मातुरम निमीलिताक्षम रणरंगर दुर्मदः गाम कंपयन्नोद्यत शूल ओजसा नालम वनम यूथपतिर्यवतोन्मदः. As the demigods closed their eyes in fear, Vṛtrāsura, taking up his trident and making the earth tremble with his great strength, trampled the demigods beneath his feet on the battlefield the way a mad elephant tramples hollow bamboos in the forest. Hare Krishna.
विलोक्यतं व्रजधरो अत्यमर्षितः स्वशत्रवे अभिदद्रवते महागदाम् शिक्षेप तामापतितीं सुदुःसः जग्राह वामेन करेण लीलया. Seeing Vṛtrāsura's disposition, Indra, the king of heaven, became intolerant and threw at him one of his great clubs, which are extremely difficult to counteract. However, as the club flew toward him, Vṛtrāsura easily caught it with his left hand. Tarun? Tarun?
Oh, sorry. Sa Indra Shatru Kupito Bhranshataya Mahendra Vaham Gadyarup Vikrama Jadhan Kumbhastala Unnada Brade Tatkarma Sarva Sampuja Yanupraha. O King Parikshit, the powerful Vṛtrāsura, the enemy of King Indra, angrily struck the head of Indra's elephant with that club, making a tumultuous sound on the battlefield. For this heroic deed, the soldiers on both sides glorified him. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So Vṛtrāsura captured Indradev's club on the left hand and then threw it on Indra's elephant. Yeah. So, Prem?
Eravato Vitr Gada Bhimishto Vidurnito Di Kulisha To Yatha Apar Sarad Bhinmukha Sahedro Munchakan Sikra Sapt Dhanur Burshartha. Struck with the club of Vṛtrāsura like a mountain struck by a thunderbolt, the elephant Airavat, feeling great pain and spitting blood from his broken mouth, was pushed back 14 yards. In great distress, the elephant fell with Indra on its back. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So the Goswami is continue describing that fight between Vṛtrāsura and they have Ajay?
न सन्न वहाय विषण चेत से प्रायुक्त वक्त भूयः स गदाम महात्मा इंद्रो अमृत स्यकृंद संदिक कराभिमर्श वीत व्यक्ष तवाहो अवस्थते. When he saw Indra's carrier elephant thus fatigued and injured, and when he saw Indra morose because his career had been harmed in the way. The great soul Vṛtrāsura, following religious principles, refrained from again striking Indra with the club. Taking this opportunity, Indra touched the elephant with the nectar-producing hand, thus relieving the animal's pain and curing its injuries. Thus the elephant and Indra both stood silently. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So Indro Amrit Shandi Karavi Vimarsh. Right? So Indra touched by his Amrit hand and elephant got cured. Nisha?
Tatam Drupendra Havakamya Ripum Vrajayutham Bhratuhanam Vilokya Smarascham Tatkarma Drishansamaham Shokena Mohena Hasajjagad. O king, when the great hero Vṛtrāsura saw Indra, his enemy, the killer of his brother, standing before him with a thunderbolt in his hand, desiring a fight, Vṛtrāsura remembered how Indra had cruelly killed his brother. Thinking of Indra's sinful activities, he became mad with lamentation and forgetfulness. Laughing sarcastically, he spoke as follows. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So Vṛtrāsura remembered how Indra had clearly killed his brother, right? Who was his brother? Remember the name? Whom did Indra Dev kill? Remember? Who was Guru of Indra Dev?
Brihaspati.
Krishna's son.
Vṛtrāsura's son.
I'm missing things here
So
and there.
Brihaspati was the Guru, right? Brihaspati ji was the Guru. Indra Dev and Devatas were sitting in a sabha. They did not respect Brihaspati ji, so Brihaspati ji went away. And then what happened was the demons attacked Devatas, and then Devatas went to Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma advised them to make Vishwarup as their Guru. Yeah. So Rishi Vishwarup became Guru of Devatas for a short period of time. And then because Vishwarup was doing yajna and he was giving ahuti for Devatas, but also for demons, because he had some soft corner for the demons, right? His mother was from the demon side. So realizing that, Indradev killed Vishwarup. Yeah. And that's what Vṛtrāsura, and Tvasta was father of Vishwarup. He did the yajna to that's why he's called Indra Shatru. Vṛtrāsura is also called Indra Shatru. And then Vṛtrāsura, of course, remember that, and that's what he's telling Indra, right? That thinking of Indra's sinful activities, he became mad with lamentation and forgetfulness, and then he spoke as follows. So that's what we are reading, right? Rinaji?
Shri Vṛtra Uvacha. Dishtya Bhavan me samavastito ripuryo brahma kuruha bhratriha cha drishtya nido adyahas masattama tvaya makshul nirbhinna drida chirad. Sri Vṛtrāsura said, he who has killed a Brahman, he who has killed his spiritual master, indeed he who has killed my brother is now by good fortune standing before me face to face as my enemy. O most abominable one, when I pierce your stone-like heart with my trident, I shall be freed from my debt to my brother. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So Vṛtrāsura is talking to Indradev. Yo no agrijashatma vido dvijate durore papasya cha dichikshatasya visrabhya khagnene shirancha vikshata pashoriva karuna swarga kamaha. Only for the sake of living in the heavenly planets, you killed my elder brother, a self-realized, sinless, qualified Brahman, who had been appointed your chief priest. He was your spiritual master, but although you entrusted him with the performance of your sacrifice, you later mercilessly served his heads from his body the way one butchers an animal. Yeah. So Vṛtrāsura is reminding Indradeva about that. Tarun?
Shri Hridaya Kirtibhir Ujjehitam Tvam Swakarmana Purusha Dese Des Cha Graham Krichena Makchula Vibhinna Deham Aprasta Vanim Samadanti Gradhara. Indra, you are bereft of all shame, mercy, glory, and good fortune. Deprived of these good qualities by the reactions of your fruitive activities, you are to be condemned even by the man-eaters, Rakshasas. Now I shall pierce your body with my trident, and after you die with great pain, even fire will not touch you. Only the vultures will eat your body. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So Vṛtrāsura, being angry, he is lamenting at Indradeva. Yeah. Prem sir?
Anyenu ye tveham nishamsha yad udyatastran prahanti mahyam tair bhuta nathan saganan nisita trishula nirbhina yajami. You are naturally cruel. If the other demigods, unaware of my prowess, follow you by attacking me with raised weapons, I shall sever their heads with this sharp trident. With those heads, I shall perform a sacrifice to Bhairava and the other leaders of the ghosts along with their hordes. Hare Krishna.
Nisha? Nisha?
Yes. अथो हरे मे कुलिशेन वीर हर्ता प्रमथेव शिरो यदिह तत्रा नृणो भूतबलिं विधाय मनस्विनां पादरजः प्रपत्से. But if in this battle you cut off my head with your thunderbolt and kill my soldiers, O Indra, O great hero, I shall take great pleasure in offering my body to other living entities, such as jackals and vultures. I shall thus be relieved of my obligations to the reaction of my karma, and my fortune will to receive the dust from the lotus feet of great devotees like Narad Muni. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Like what Vṛtrāsura is saying, that even if he gets killed, yeah, he will get rid of his obligations and then, will get a dust from the lotus feet of great devotees like Narad Muni. Nice purpose. So let's read this, Ajay.
Sure. Sri Narottam Das Thakur sings Ichhaya Gosam Yara Moitra Dasa Tan Sahara Pad Renu Mora Panch Grasa. I am the servant of 6 Goswamis, and the dust of their lotus feet provides my 5 kinds of food. A Vaishnava always desires the dust of the lotus feet of previous Acharyas and Vaishnavas. Vṛtrāsura was certain that he would be killed in the battle with Indra, because this was the desire of Lord Vishnu. He was prepared for death because he knew that after his death he was destined to return home back to Godhead. This is a great destination and it is achieved by grace of a Vaishnava. Charya Vaishnava Seva Nistara Paiche Keba. No one has ever gone back to Godhead without being favored by a Vaishnava. In this verse, therefore, we find the word Manasvina Pad Rajat Pat Raja Prapasyate. I shall receive the dust of the lotus feet of great devotees. The word Manasvinam refers to great devotees who always think of Krishna. They are always peaceful, thinking of Krishna, and therefore they are called Dhir. The best example of such devotee is Narad Muni. If one receives the dust of the lotus feet of Manasvi, a great devotee, he certainly returns home back to Godhead. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna शिक्षा प्रभु जी.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी.
कृष्णा पढ़ेंगे.
सुरेश कस्मान हिनोषि वज्रम पुरहसिते वैरिणं मयो मुखम मा सनिष्ठानुगदेव वज्रः शयानिष्फलः कृपणार्थे वयच्चा. O king of the demigods, since I, your enemy, am standing before you, why don't you hurl your thunderbolts at me? Although your attack upon me with your club was certainly useless. Like a request of money from a miser, the thunderbolt you carry will not be useless. You need have no doubts about this. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So Vṛtrāsura is telling Indradev, why don't you throw your thunderbolt at me? Yeah. And he's saying that your club was useless, right? Because the club, he could take it with the left hand and he threw it back, right? But he's saying that don't worry about that because your thunderbolt will not be useless. And why is he saying that? Why the thunderbolt will not be useless? What is thunderbolt? How was thunderbolt made?
Because it was made from Dadichi's
Right. Right, yeah. Like if you remember, Lord Vishnu advised Indradev to go to Dadichi Muni, ask for his body. And then from his bones, because now of the Narayan Kavach done by Dadichi Muni, right, he was so strong. And from his bones, Vishwakarma created this thunderbolt. So Vṛtrāsura knew that this thunderbolt has been created by the advice of Lord Vishnu, right? And Dadichi Muni's bones. So this thunderbolt is not going to be useless. And Vṛtrāsura already knew that. So let's just read this quickly, Arinaji.
When King Indra threw his club at Vṛtrāsura, Vṛtrāsura caught it in his left hand and retaliated by using it to strike the head of Indra's elephant. Thus Indra's attack was a disastrous failure. Indeed, Indra's elephant was injured and thrown back 14 yards. Therefore, even though Indra stood with the thunderbolt to hurl against Vṛtrāsura, he was doubtful, thinking that the thunderbolt might also fail. Vṛtrāsura, however, being a Vaishnava, assured Indra that the thunderbolt would not fail, but for Vṛtrāsura knew that it had been prepared in accordance with the instructions of Lord Vishnu. Although Indra had doubts because he could not understand that Lord Vishnu's order never fails, Vṛtrāsura understood Lord Vishnu's purpose. Vṛtrāsura was eager to be killed by a thunderbolt manufactured according to Lord Vishnu's instructions because he was sure that he would then return home back to Godhead. He was simply waiting for the opportunity of the thunderbolts being released. In effect, therefore, Vṛtrāsura told Indra, if you want to kill me since I am your enemy, take this opportunity. Kill me. You will gain victory, and I shall go back to Godhead. Your deed will be equally beneficial for both of us. Do it immediately. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Nanavesh vrajistav shakra tejasa Hare dadiche stapasa cha tejitah Tenev shatrum jahi Vishnu yantrito Yato Hare vijaya Shri Gunashtatah. O Indra, King of heaven, the thunderbolt you carry to kill me has been imparted by the prowess of Lord Vishnu. and the strength of Dadichi's austerities. Since you have come here to kill me in accordance with Lord Vishnu's order, there is no doubt that I shall be killed by the release of your thunderbolt. Lord Vishnu has sided with you, therefore your victory, opulence, and all good qualities are already assured. Yeah, it says Hari Vijaya hai. And Hari is with Devatas, their win was already assured, is what Vṛtrāsura is telling Indra there. Yeah? So this Tarun.
Vṛtrāsura not only assured King Indra that the thunderbolt was invincible, but also encouraged Indra to use it against him as soon as possible. Vṛtrāsura was eager to die with the stroke of the thunderbolt sent by Lord Vishnu, so that he could immediately return home back to Godhead. By hurling the thunderbolt, Indra would gain victory and enjoy the heavenly planets, remaining in the material world for repeated birth and death. Indra wanted to gain victory over Vṛtrāsura and thereby become happy, but that would not at all be happiness. The heavenly planets are just below Brahmaloka, but as stated by the Supreme Lord Krishna, Brahma Bhuvanal Loka Punar Avartino Arjuna. Even if one achieves Brahmalok, he must still fall to the lower planetary systems again and again. However, if one goes back to Godhead, he never returns to this material world. By killing Vṛtrāsura, Indra would not actually gain, he would remain in the material world. Vṛtrāsura, however, would go to the spiritual world. Therefore, victory was destined for Vṛtrāsura, not for Indra. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So what is most important thing mentioned here is that even if one achieves Brahmalok, right? Because the Brahmalok is the highest lok in this material world. Yeah. After the karmas are exhausted, he must still fall back to the lower planetary system again and again, right? And be in this cycle of birth and death and old age and disease. It's just that if you're in the higher planets, less disease, longer age duration, and more heavenly pleasures and all that, right? But at the end of the karmas are exhausted, you again fall down and again be in the cycle of karmas. However, if one goes back to Godhead, then he never returns to the material world, is what is being mentioned. And that's what Vṛtrāsura is desiring here. So he's asking Indra to kill because the thunderbolt is meant by Lord Vishnu's will. Yeah. Prem.
Aham samadhaya mano yatha na sanskar sanas charan vande Twad Vajra Ramho Tulita Gramya Paso Gatim Munir Yami Apida Loka. By the force of your thunderbolt, I shall be freed of material bondage and shall give up this body and this world of material desires. Fixing my mind upon the lotus feet of Lord Shankarasana, I shall attain the destination of such great sages as Narada Muni, just as Lord Sankarsana has said.
Hare Krishna, yeah.
Krishna.
So basically what Vṛtrāsura is saying is that he will fix his mind upon the lotus feet of Lord Sankarshan, right? As you remember, Lord Sankarshan, Aniruddha, right? They are all extension of Lord Krishna, right? For Vishnu. And Lord Sankarshan is on the Seshnag, as you know, we read about that. So what Vṛtrāsura is saying, he will fix his mind on the lotus feet of Lord Sankarshan. And when he does that, when he's giving up this body, he will attain the destination. He will go back to the Godhead, is what he's saying. I think we'll pause here and we'll continue from here tomorrow again, see what happens next. Yeah. And then today is Govardhan Puja. So let's hear a Govardhan Aarti. Yeah. And then oops.
गोवर्धन महाराज महाराज तेरे माथे मुकुट विराज रयो। श्री गोवर्धन महाराज महाराज तेरे माथे मुकुट विराज रयो। श्री गोवर्धन महाराज महाराज तेरे माथे मुकुट विराज रयो। श्री गोवर्धन महाराज महाराज तेरे माथे मुकुट विराज रयो। पान चढ़े तो पे फूल चढ़े, तो पे 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 चढ़े तो पे चढ़े दूध की दार ओ धार तेरे माथे मुकुट विराज रयो। तो पे चढ़े दूध की धार तेरे माथे मुकुट विराज रयो। श्री गोवर्धन महाराज महाराज तेरे माथे मुकुट विराज रयो। कोस की परिक्रमा तेरी 7 कोस की परिक्रमा, तेरी 7 कोस की परिक्रमा, तेरी 7 कोस की परिक्रमा। चकलेश्वर चकलेश्वर है विश्राम विश्राम तेरे माथे मुकुट विराज रयो। चकलेश्वर है विश्राम तेरे माथे मुकुट विराज रयो। श्री गोवर्धन महाराज महाराज तेरे माथे मुकुट विराज रयो। गले में घंटा साज रयो, तेरे गले में घंटा साज रयो, तेरे गले में घंटा साज रयो, तेरे गले में घंटा साज रयो। टोडी पे हीरा लाल ओ लाल तेरे माथे मुकुट विराज रयो। टोडी पे हीरा लाल तेरे माथे मुकुट विराज रयो। श्री गोवर्धन महाराज महाराज तेरे माथे मुकुट विराज रयो। कानन कुंडल चमक रयो, तेरे कानन कुंडल चमक रयो, तेरे कानन कुंडल चमक रयो, तेरे कानन कुंडल चमक रयो। तेरी झांकी बनी विशाल ओ विशाल तेरे माथे मुकुट विराज रयो। तेरी झांकी बनी विशाल तेरे माथे मुकुट विराज रयो। श्री गोवर्धन महाराज महाराज तेरे माथे मुकुट विराज रयो। गिरिराज धरण प्रभु तेरी शरण, गिरिराज धरण प्रभु तेरी शरण, तेरी शरण प्रभु तेरी शरण, तेरी प्रभु तेरी शरण, गिरिराज धरण प्रभु तेरी शरण, गिरिराज धरण प्रभु तेरी शरण, तेरी शरण प्रभु तेरी शरण, तेरी शरण प्रभु तेरी शरण, गिरिराज धरण 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 प्रभु तेरी शरण.
Right, nice to hear Govardhan prayers. I know if you have gone to Giriraj Parikrama in Vrindavan.
No.
Not yet. Yeah, so you go to Vrindavan. I think Prem Sir का तो नाम ही है, वहाँ पे प्रेम मंदिर भी है, कृपालु जी महाराज का. You can go for nice parikrama actually, Giraji Parikrama, Govardhan. Cool. So we'll see you again tomorrow, 9:30 p.m.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank you.